What's up, Summoners? Normstorm back again to catch you all up to speed on what's new in the League of Legends community on the MobafireTV League of Legends news update. Due to the school year starting, Zelnok won't be able to help me with these videos on the Thursdays, but he does have his new mic now, and he will be joining us every Monday from now on. But anyways, I can't guarantee that everything in this video will be new for you, given that these are all events that have happened in the last 3 days, but nonetheless, let's dive right into it. Starting off as always with the pro team results, the Korean qualifiers are now underway. KT Rolster and CJ Frost played their tiebreaker match, which ended up being a best of 3, and CJ Frost won that in the third game, meaning KT Rolster had to face CJ Blaze in the quarterfinals. Bouncing back from their loss, KT Rolster swept CJ Blaze and will now be facing CJ Frost again tomorrow in the semifinals for a nice redemption match. Over in Europe, we have had the quarterfinals for the 12th European Challenger Series, where Reason Gaming, Croissant Crusaders, Hadel's Fight Club, and Copenhagen Wolves have all advanced to the semifinals. The team Asian Maids Are Sweet originally won their series 2-0 against Reason Gaming, but were later disqualified for playing with a permaban player on their team, and unfortunately, I do not have the details on who that player is. Reason Gaming originally chose to forfeit their spot in the next round on the implication that Asian Maids Are Sweet found a replacement player, but then Asian Maids Are Sweet decided that it was just best to withdraw from the tournament altogether. The Thailand Grand Championships are now underway with a match from each group already complete. The Bangkok Titans won both games against Chaos Gaming in Group A, while Myth Flash Dive won both of their games against the Invza Ginem in Group C, giving the teams 3 points. Meanwhile, in Groups B and D, Team Infinite tied Alcaryu, while Black Bean and the Limited Edition tied their matches, going 1-1 respectively, granting them all 1 point. Now moving on to the generic community news, Jason Kaplan will not be casting at Worlds, or the Season 4 LCS in Europe unfortunately, so there will be a spot open for a new caster. Despite what I told you guys on Monday about Montecristo and Doha not going to Worlds, Montecristo has been invited by Riot to go to the World Finals as a part of the analysis team, kind of like the one that they had at the Dota 2 International, where they basically just have a panel of 4 guys just talking about the game and highlights and techniques and whatnot. Samsung is currently looking to acquire the Korean team MVP OZone for a large amount of money, and this is just further proving that esports is rapidly growing. So if there's any news on that, we'll let you guys know. Chinese teams Positive Energy and OMG have finally had their visas accepted, so the 2 Chinese teams can go to Worlds if they qualify. Now for some roster changes, Ecco has left Velocity Esports, with Slacko filling in as the AD carry, with Maple Street moving from AD carry to the mid lane. The 2 newest additions to Evil Geniuses, Shaker and nRated, have both left the team. Shaker is going back to school, and nRated is now joining Lemon Dogs as their analyst. Now moving on to the PvE and game news, patch 3.11 went live this week, and here are some of the changes that went with that. Draven's passive now just gives him more gold, as it gives him all the stacks and grants a minimum of 50 bonus gold per champion kill. Fior's ultimate will now touch stealthed and untargetable opponents, so long as it means that Blade Waltz can continue, but it won't actually damage them. The cooldown and mana cost for Galio's ult has been lowered. Mordekaiser's shield will now display shield amounts in segments, just like health bars do. If the target cleanses the initial spell of Death Sentence, the chain breaks, so that means Thresh can't just suddenly jump to them. Udyr's Phoenix Stance buff now displays a timer for Udyr's next Phoenix Breath attack, and Zack's Cell Division has received a lot of nerfs. Basically, in the overall thing, they've just made it harder for Zack to pick up his blobs. They go further away from him when he uses an ability. He has to wait 2.5 seconds before absorbing a chunk. A bunch of stuff like that. For Twisted Treeline in Dominion, Satan's Shrooms don't last as long, and Nidalee's traps don't last as long, and the resistance shred on Nidalee's traps have also been reduced. In Dominion, Kassadin, Kha'Zix, Lulu, Wukong, and Yorick all got nerfs, but only in Dominion. In-game, they've added the undo button to the shop. Mousing over a champion's passive icon will now show a range indicator if the passive has a range of influence, or aura, if you would like me to say aura instead, kind of like Soraka's Magic Resist aura passive. And Teamfight UI mode has been added to Spectator mode, as well as a Baron and Dragon respawn timer in the top left-hand corner. Now, apparently, in the patch notes, they've claimed that they fixed the minimap bug showing champions at incorrect locations when emerging from the fog of war, and how cancelled auto attacks no longer fire, so that you just get a damageless auto attack. They're still in the game, so yeah. And now we've got a sexy new champions tab in the summoner profile. And ultimately, Forecast Janna is now available for 1820 RP. And before closing out the video, it's time to take a look at what's to come in the next week of the pro scene of League of Legends. Continuing today and tomorrow, so September's 5th and 6th, will be the semifinals and finals of the 12th European Challenger Series. And continuing from September 6th to 7th will be the semifinals and finals of the Korean qualifiers. Over the weekend of September 7th and 8th, we will be seeing the China Regionals. Also, the random draw has been done, and in the quarterfinals of the winners bracket, we will be seeing OMG versus Invictus, followed by Royal versus Positive Energy. And of course, from September's 9th to 11th will be the MobaFire Challenger Series playoffs. In the first round, we've got Complexity versus Complexity Academy. To Be Determined versus Cognitive Gaming, Denial Esports versus Go Gaming Los Angeles, and then Curse Academy versus New World Eclipse. And that sums up the League of Legends community in the last 3 days. If you're interested in knowing when more League of Legends news videos are released and like League of Legends content, don't be afraid to subscribe to the MobafireTV channel, as well as my own channel, Twisted Pizza Dude, and Zelnox, which is Exothermite. Thanks again everyone for watching, and Zelnox and I will see you guys Monday with some more League of Legends news.